Hello everyone, welcome back. This is our lecture 2, class 9, subject English. And in this lecture, we will continue with the topic that is active and passive voice. Besides this topic, we will have a look on the recapitulation also. So in this lecture, we are going to have a look on the recapitulation of poem 5 of Beehive, that is A Legend of the Northland. Then we will discuss what we discussed about the rules of active and passive voice. Then we will discuss the homework solutions and further cases of active and passive voice. With the recapitulation, first we will have a look on the summary of this poem, A Legend of the Northland of Beehive, written by Phoebe Cary. The Northland is an area near the North Pole where days are short because the sun's rays reach for very little time. Here during the winter, the duration of the night is longer and days are shorter. I told you, a legend of the Northland. Northland, as the name suggests, land in the north, that is area near the North Pole, where days are for less time as compared to night. The poet says that the duration of nights is long and people cannot sleep them through. As the sun's rays used to reach there for a very less time, therefore the region used to have cold temperature, due to which the nights remains long, and also the temperature is so cold that people cannot sleep. The poet wants to emphasize the fact that the nights are very long. The region experiences severe cold conditions as it is a snowy area. Moreover, reindeers are the animals that live in the polar region, which the people used to pull their sledges. That means reindeers are the animals which are used to pull the sledges of the people. I told you sledges used to carry people or the things or the heavy loads in snowy regions. Also, the poet says that children look like polar bear cubs. Cubs, baby of polar bear. So small children used to look like the baby of polar bears as they used to wear clothes made from the fur of the skin of the bear. They refers to the elders and them refers to the children. In addition, the elders tell a strange. There is a line, they used to tell them a story. That means they means the elder people, and them refers to the children to whom the story is being told. In addition, the elders tell a strange and interesting story about the young ones. However, the poet does not believe that the story is true. Still, it gives an important message. This ballad refers to the time when Saint Peter, so this story consisting of 16 stanzas is actually not a story, that is not a poem, it is actually a story of the region near the North Pole where Saint Peter used to live. And then one day what happened, the incident that took place there, and the story used to be narrated to the children so that they should learn a lesson through that story. So this ballad refers to the time when Saint Peter lives in the world and went around giving spiritual lectures to the people like all saints do. Then what happened? One day an incident happened. While giving lectures, he reached the door of a cottage where a small woman was making cakes in the fireplace. So one day Saint Peter was preaching door to door, giving spiritual or religious lessons to the people, and as it was about to end, it was the day about to end, so he reached the door of a cottage where a small woman was making cakes. Saint Peter was hungry that day, as he did not have any meal and was feeling weak. So he approaches the woman and asked for one cake out of the many baked by her. So when he reached the door of the cottage where woman was baking cakes, and he demanded only one cake out of those many cakes which she had baked. The woman was selfish and she did not give him a cake from the store. In its place, she made a very small cake for Saint Peter. She did not want to share her things. However, when she placed the cake for baking, she thought that it is too big to give away. The miser, the greedy woman, then again started making a smaller cake. She did this 3 times but did not give any cake to Saint Peter. So she tried to make the smallest cake that she could bake with a little amount of dough. She tried 3 times, but every time she found that it was really a big piece of cake to give it like this to anyone. She thought that when she ate them, they felt small, but when she had to give them, they felt too big to give to someone. And finally, she put all the cakes on her kitchen shelf and did not give any cake to the saint. So she thought that when the same cake was supposed to be eaten by her, then the same piece of cake used to appear too small, but when she had to give it to someone, it appeared too big. That means she was too greedy. Saint Peter got angry and cursed her because he was hungry and felt very weak. Saint said to her that you are selfish and did not deserve to live as a human being. He further added that God has given her food, shelter and fire to keep her warm, but she became selfish and greedy. Hence, the woman was turned into a birds who had to build their houses, their homes by boring into the wood and collect very little food by working the entire day. So, Saint Peter got angry and she was cursed by Saint Peter that she did not deserve to dwell in a human form, as human beings are not born to be so selfish as she was behaving. When Saint Peter cursed her, she became a bird and flew through the chimney. When she flew, the bird has a red cap on her head dame, as the women wear. Moreover, when people in the countryside and children see this kind of bird, their elders used to tell them this story of a bird. So, she was turned into a bird by Saint Peter. She became woodpecker. She had to bore all the day through in order to make home for herself, and she had a red cap to make others recognize of the story of the women, that one should not be too selfish. Next topic that we have to recapitulate, that we will summarize, is active and passive voice. Active and passive voice, there are two types of voice, active and passive. Active, what subject does. Passive, the focus is on the action. That means active voice is the voice where the verb form takes and the influence is on the subject, that who is the doer, the subject is the doer. Whereas the passive voice, the focus is on the action, that whatever the action has been acted upon the doer. Very common rule that we follow while changing the sentences from active voice to passive voice. First, subject and object are interchanged. That means subject becomes the object, object becomes the subject. We always follow be form of the verb, then third form of the verb is supplied, then by preposition and then the new subject, that is the object of the active voice sentence. Participle, that means always we use third form of verb in passive voice, then suitable auxiliary is used and main form of verb is changed into its third form. General rule according to tense. How does the forms of verb change according to different tenses? Let's see. First, that is simple present tense. Simple present tense, take, takes. Auxiliary supplied is MR and third form of verb taken. Present continuous, auxiliaries are same but in place of ing, BEING will be used. Is MR, is being taken, are being taken. Present perfect, if has, have, had has been used, then auxiliaries will be same according to the subject, that means according to the new subject, or we can say subject of the passive voice sentence, and then been, BEEN will be added and third form of the verb. Simple past, that is second form of the verb, then was or were will be added with third form. Then if we have past continuous, then again auxiliaries will be same but in place of ing, BEING will be used. Past perfect, again had plus third form of the verb, then had plus been, BEEN, had taken, had been taken. Past continuous, was taking, was being taken, were taking, were being taken. If simple past took, then was or were according to the subject, was taken, were taken. Simple future, will or shall, then after will or shall, be will be added plus third form of the verb, will take, will be taken. If going to be is there, then going to plus be. I am going to take a cake, cake is going to be taken by me. If future perfect is there, then will have or shall have plus been, BEEN and third form of the verb. Now, what are the changes done in the modal auxiliaries? Like should be taken. After modal auxiliaries also we are supposed to add be plus third form of the verb. Can take, can be taken. Could take, could be taken. May take, may be taken. Might take, might be taken. Must take, must be taken. Ought to take, ought to be taken. So here are certain changes that we have read in the previous lecture also, that are supposed to be done while changing sentences from active voice to passive voice. Now we always use by preposition in passive voice. So what are the changes that are to be done in nouns? I is changed to by me, we by us, you by you, he by him, she by her, it by it, they by them. And if any name is there like Sham, then by Sham. Name will be same, as we cannot change the name of a person. Passive of imperative sentences. If I talk about imperative sentences, then imperative sentences which have command, request, order or advice. So what we are going to use, let plus subject plus be or not plus third form of the verb. Like shut the door, let the door be shut. If request is there like kindly help him, then you are requested to help him. Now passive voice of infinitive. Infinitive, that is first form of the verb. Be is added after to and third form of verb is used for making passive voice. Examples: I am to do this work. This work is to be done by me. They are to deliver speech in the program. Passive speech is to be delivered in the program by them. That means the first rule states that be is added after to and third form of verb is used. Now second rule states that main verb is not changed. Example, I expect her to bring round. I expect her to be brought round. That means after to, be, and if ing or such sentences are there, then main verb is not changed. Third rule states the sentences having it is time to are changed into the following ways. For example, it is time to close the shop, then passive, it is time for the shop to be closed. That means if such sentences that is starting with this phrase, it is time to, then for the shop to plus be form plus third form of the verb. It is time for the shop to be closed. Now passive voice of two objects of verb. There are two objects of verb, direct and indirect object. So let's see what are the different cases in order to change the sentences when there are two objects of verb. A verb can have two possible passive voices when it takes two objects, that is a direct object and an indirect object. Direct object is any inanimate thing, that is any non-living thing, and indirect object is animate thing, being, that is living beings, right? So there are two possible sentences, there are two possible ways to change active voice to passive voice. Normally it is the indirect object which becomes the subject, but in certain cases, or we can say we can also use direct object as the subject of the passive voice too. That means we can use either of the objects as the subject of the passive voice. Examples: the salesman showed a new computer to him. Now new computer is direct object, him is indirect object. Now let's see what are the two possible ways to change. He, that means I am using here indirect object as the subject. He was shown a new computer by the salesman. A new computer was shown to him by the salesman. So here are, in such a manner we can say that we can change active to passive voice if there are two objects in the sentence. Jack sent a large bouquet of white and red roses to Jill. Now white and red roses, indirect object, Jill, a human being, living being, direct object. A large bouquet of white and red roses was sent to Jill by Jack. First way of changing, if you want to use Jill as your subject, then Jill was sent a large bouquet of white and red roses by Jack. So in this manner we can say that in case of two objects of a verb, we can change the sentence to passive voice. Now another thing is that when do we omit the by agent in passive voice? That means always we said that we are using by preposition, but there are certain cases in which we are not going to mention the agent. We are going to omit. We are not going to use the agent. We will miss the agent. There are three possible situations where the agent could be omitted. First case, when the agent is unimportant, then it is obvious when it is unknown. So we are not going to use the agent, we are not going to use by. Examples: Many people begin new projects in January. New projects are begin in January. Here the agent by many people is unimportant and hence it is omitted. So when the agent is unimportant, then we are not going to use the agent in the passive voice. The second case is we omit the agent when we know who performed the action. In this case, it is not necessary to mention who made the action that is described in the sentence. Examples: we will have to examine you again. You will have to be examined. Here it is not necessary to know the agent, so we will not use the agent. Policeman arrested the thief. The thief was arrested. Obviously, who is going to arrest the thief? Police only. Third, the agent is omitted when we do not have any idea of who can be the doer of the action. If the subject of the sentence in active voice is something, somebody, then we omit the by agent in the passive voice. For example, someone broke the window. The window was broken. We do not know exactly that who broke the window. In such a case, we may omit the agent. We should obey the rules. The rules should be obeyed. So, in such sentences, we can omit the agent as we do not have any idea that who can be the doer, who cannot be the doer. So, when such subjects are there like somebody, something, they, you, then, or sentences like we should obey the rules, then in that case we can omit the agent in the passive voice. Now let's discuss the homework solutions that were related to the question which I gave you of changing the sentences into passive voice. So first question was that you have to change the sentences into passive voice. First was, we saw him talking to the headmaster. Saw, second form of the verb, auxiliaries will be supplied. He was seen talking to the headmaster. Next, a cold fear gripped us. Second form of the verb, auxiliaries, was or were, us will be changed to be. We were gripped by a cold fear. Next, I will buy the tickets for your return journey, will, shall, then be will be added plus third form. Answer, the tickets for your return journey will be bought by me. Next, the cows were eating the grass, ing, auxiliaries will be same, being. The grass was being eaten by the cows. Next, plant it. Let it be planted, imperative sentence. I have sown mustard in that bed. Has, have, had, ben will be added. Mustard has been sown in that bed. You will not have eaten bread. Will not have, again, has, have, been, ben. Bread will not have been eaten by you. Why are you telling lies? Interrogative sentence. Why are lies being told by you? Ing. So being will be added. Tell, told. Did she recognize you? Did, was or were. Were you recognized by her? When will they announce the results? When will the results be announced by them? Next, kindly go through this application. Imperative sentence. You are requested to go through the application. Next, squeeze the lemon. Order. You are ordered to squeeze the lemon. Who did this? Who will be changed to? Yes, by whom? By whom was this done? You do not recognize me. I am not recognized by you. Where do you see him? Where is he seen by you? So they are the answers of the questions which I gave you in the previous lecture. Now your homework is that you have to revise poem 5 and active passive voice thoroughly.